Scout Duffy Banzai, taking to do another photo outing downtown with the Viltrox 23mm f1.4 and a Canon M50. Probably gonna do aperture priority, so we'll see how that goes. Changed so it switches between aperture and EV comp. I disabled all of these for whatever features they were, you know, if I accidentally press that stuff. Let's use my hat backwards. I was expecting rain, and it could come, but we'll find out. I'm gonna try to go to a slightly different area this time. This is always a nice building. Rockford is popular for sock monkeys. They came from a company that used to exist here. I think it was the Rockford Sock Company or something like that, obviously. I'm gonna head over that direction to that Davis Park thing. I'm gonna set my camera to 200 ISO, just in case. Right now I'm using f2.5, go negative 1/3 EV comp, ISO 200. It's a nice little spot. There we go. So that is the building with the newspaper, as I mentioned in my last video. I'm trying to lease space out because I'm sure they're not doing amazingly well. Sports Factory, that was basically an abandoned building that they fixed up and made a fitness building. So that was nice. Let's take my EV comp down a little bit here. Oh, come on, camera. Come to the city and then I take pictures of trees. I was expecting rain today. My plan was to go out in the rain. This has a decent hood. I would have a nice large umbrella type of thing. But this is definitely better, honestly. Although the pictures might be more interesting with the rain. This is what I'm trying to put forth. We've got ramps, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a manufacturing building that they revamped into a hotel. This is an interesting area. They revamped whatever, I think it's a parking garage or something, and they do outdoor movie stuff, or at least they did before the whole pandemic. Nice, decent open area downtown that can have events. This appears to be what was a bridge. We can go through the fence. So we've got a dam, we've got exciting visuals. I'm gonna drop this down. So in this case, 5.6, change the EV comp just so I can save the clouds a little bit. This top button is much nicer to change EV comp than this bottom little thing. It's easier to access. Mostly focusing on f2.8 as the baseline aperture that I'm using. It should give me a nice quality boost, but not be so slow that I don't get a huge benefit from using a larger aperture lens. That is the courthouse over there. That didn't work out. The camera was not wanting to focus fast enough to take a shot. I think I got one on the trailing ends. I don't think I'd use the M50 in servo mode. It's just not smart enough. Good mix of different things around here. I don't know if you've ever done jury duty, but it is an interesting experience. I went through the entire process once where I was selected, I was on the jury. This building here is a large convention center. Used to go there quite a bit for basketball games, hockey games. There is now one hotel, but before that there was nothing down here. So if someone wanted to go to some type of event, concert, they would come here but then have to drive out of the downtown area. That's a nice angle. It's a decent position for that. Go to 5.6, change my EV comp, try to save those clouds a little bit. Wish I had a polarizing filter. Nice beautiful day out here, relatively early, which I prefer in this area. Also, just keep looking for interesting stuff. See how the photos turn out with this setup. It is resetting a little bit, I can tell, that lens. That's it for this video with the Viltrox 23mm f1.4 out in a city area. I hope you enjoyed it. Scott Photography Banzai, thanks. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and the applause feature. Anyways, see ya.